Welcome to the Bravo Charlie Club, making you 12 and a half minutes more awesome each week. He's Ben, I'm Richard, let's go. Ben, how you doing this week?
Not as good as you. You're particularly excited.
I am. I'm pumped.
What is going on? Good stuff. Hey, mate, new listener country call out this week. The Seychelles have joined us. So that's bonjour. Bonjour. Yeah, for not bonjour.
And not bonza, but bonjour.
Yeah, for hello. Or an informal ki dia, which is right up your alley. That means what's up. So, yeah,
love it.
There you go. Hey, in the Fully Awake project this week, we've got some gripes about ride sharing to get off our chest. Now, you had something that you needed to lead with.
I feel like I'm getting a bit too gripey about this kind of stuff, but
Go on.
in the interest of just full venting, what is it with Uber and those notifications you get on your handset? Like, why don't you take a ride? Do you get those? Do you get those to your handset? Like some random time, 10 in the morning, and Uber thinks you should why not take a ride today? I'm like, I'll use the app when I want to use the app, right? I use it all the time. I've done 1,000 rides in it. I'm not going to ditch it and go somewhere else.
Sort of time thing. Richard must need a ride right now. We'll send him a message.
What is it thinking?
I got a notification from Didi, and I switched to Didi, and we'll get to that in a minute, asking me if I needed a lift home to avoid the crowded commute. Now, I work from home, so...
Guys, fix the algorithm.
What is going on?
Yeah.
So I switched from Uber, and I'll tell you why. Uber had a challenge fare policy. So if you thought that they'd made an error, you could challenge it. But I found it to be too restrictive. I've challenged it a number of times, call it 3 or 5, or less than 10 times. And each time I've been right, and they've corrected my fare. But I went to challenge a fare recently because the guy dropped me off and then didn't turn off the meter or the virtual meter until he was like a kilometre away from my house. And like that, I don't rate that at all. Anyway,
so you got slugged extra. Did you get slugged extra?
I got extra. So but I'd run out of challenges.
I thought it was a fixed fare. I thought like when you committed to the fare at the start, like
but then they send that your fare's been adjusted due to changes in the route or circumstances or whatever.
I haven't had that.
Oh, I get it all the time.
Yeah,
maybe I'm on some sort of wanted list, but I think it should be like
not wanted list.
Like if you appeal a wicket and you not one. Sorry, I'm catching up. If you appeal a wicket and you're right, then you don't lose a challenge. You just, it's game on, right? And like if I've challenged Uber and they've adjusted my fare, why do I run out of challenges?
You should not lose a challenge for that. That's un-Australian, I would say.
Very un-Australian. And that frustrated me. The second thing was I used to pre-book Ubers for airports, and it just seems expensive. Like the booking fee alone is really high.
Well,
and another thing,
so sometimes you pre-book and it just doesn't come. I've heard that happen.
Okay. Well, no, it used to come, and I just felt like if I booked it when I woke up, because I was booking it for early morning flights, and it felt smart and very, efficient and very Ben Flintoff. But I just, but it just got expensive. And then the last thing, someone has to write in and tell us if they use the Uber pool function. Do you know what I mean about that?
Yes, I know it's there. They keep banging on about that too.
I used it once, and I know you can save like good amounts of money, but I think
I've saved $4.80 or something. Like is that
you're taking shorter trips?
Probably.
I've seen like half. Half the amount.
Yeah, okay.
From an airport into the city or something like that. But I took one once, and I'll never do it again. It felt wrong. It was weird.
Really? Because you were in the back with the stranger, and you had to talk to them or something.
Well, no. I actually had gotten to get into the front seat, and I opened the door, and there was someone in it, which was my mistake because I booked the pool. Whoops. Anyway, and then they wouldn't put their seat forward, and I was crouched sort of in the back, and it was a small car anyway, and I had luggage, and it was just like, nah, what am I doing? I'm trying to
Yeah.
save the company, $10, and it's just not going to happen. So anyway, let's move on from our rant before we get we get
sidelined
pigeonholed.
completely.
Let's move on. Let's move on to travel tips, mate. You got something you want to talk about?
Travel tip of the week, yes. So my new latest YouTube binge is Sam Evans, the Electric Viking. He's got this
electric Viking.
Electric Viking. He does have a beard. He does look vaguely Scandinavian, but
what is?
He's just got a great channel on electric cars and everything that's happening in EVs in Australia.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, I'm just like, it was Scott Brown Carpentry in New Zealand for a good couple of months. I went all down that rabbit hole.
Carpentry.
I'm now an amateur carpenter without the $30,000 worth of tools, and Sam Evans, Electric Viking. This is my latest YouTube binge channel. So
give us a highlight. Like, if I were to actually watch it, which I'm not, I'll just honestly tell you right now, what could I possibly learn from this guy?
Well, you'll learn about Chinese battery tech, for example, and how the latest round of cars are so much more efficient than the previous, getting smaller batteries, longer range, all that kind of stuff. Particularly models and brands that you'd never hear of in Australia.
Interesting.
Or that are heading this way that we haven't seen on our shores before. So I just find it really informative. I always kind of come away learning something. So here's my latest binge.
So that's interesting. Like 84% of our listeners are Australia based. So there's 16% outside. I wonder if the other overseas listeners are experiencing the same sort of inundation of EV which we're seeing. Like petrol prices go up and EV sales go through the roof.
Yeah,
like we're experiencing it right now. Like the wait lists for EV cars is growing again. So okay, all right. As I said, I won't. I'm glad you're here. You can keep feeding me the intel. It's not going away. Even Formula One has battery tech as a significant.
I know
part
it's
of their
50-50 now.
system.
I was surprised to learn. Yeah.
So we're kidding ourselves if we think it's going anywhere. So
they've got Formula E now too. Which is the quietest, highest speed race you've never heard of.
It's like who can whisper the loudest. It's crazy. Oh, goodness me. Hey, listener feedback. We've got a listener asking our listeners questions. This is awesome. This has to be quite unique. And
it's very meta, very Inception, isn't it? Yeah, I like it.
I was there. This actually happened. The question is from listener GG. And he's asking our listeners, have you ever been out for a meal and then had to reorder a whole meal at another place because the meal you received was so bad? And this happened while I was visiting with him very recently. And what happened was we ordered this meal, and he had ordered the beef soup, and I'd ordered the chicken soup, and we got some chicken wings on the side. And that was the first sort of, fail. And then when we bit into the chicken wings, they were red, they were uncooked. Like, you can't get medium rare chicken wings, I don't think. But
that's not good. That's so not good.
It's a big fail, isn't it? So
big fail.
That was the thing. And so we then went next door and got pizza, and the pizza we ordered was falling apart. And so we then went to the next place and just...
Oh, my God. It's a meal fail crawl.
It turned into like one of those progressive dinners, except we were like leaving a trail of unfinished meals behind us, which was quite ridiculous. And so Gigi's question is, has this ever happened to anyone else, or do you just lump it? Or do you send it back and get the existing establishment to fix what they messed up the first time? Have you ever even heard of anything like that?
I've never heard of a back-to-back meal fail that's necessitated a third restaurant. I've had one, maybe once. I've sort of like, usually I'll just push through, right? Oh, this tastes terrible, but you'll eat it anyway because you ordered it and paid for it, rather than just like, this is ridiculous, I'm out of here.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and look, certainly I've done that, but this was the first one in particular was almost like risking food poisoning.
You can't go with raw chicken. There's just no way you can go there.
And then even if you send it back, do you trust them? Like, it's like,
nah. Unless you're stuck there with a whole bunch of friends who've all got meals that came out okay.
Yeah.
Then there's no way. Yeah, there's no way you push through.
Yeah, it was just the two of us, and so you got one job: cook the chicken wings.
Yes.
So there you go. So to our listeners, we'd love to hear if you've had a massive fail, if this has actually happened to you, because we feel like it's quite a unique scenario. Leave us a comment, send us a text, join the Inner Sanctum on WhatsApp. The links are always in that show notes. Mate, the conundrum of the week: when your local cafe changes hands and they redo that clipboard flip style menu and they replace it with laminated, pictures.
Oh, yeah.
Does that mean the cafe is about to go downhill, or is it
downhill? It's under new management. They've, I don't know. I'm a big fan. I like the clipboard. I like the dog-eared bit of paper on top. Makes it feel like you're kind of getting, I don't know, like the meal of the day or the meal of the week or whatever. It makes it feel like they've got a bit of seasonal change in the menu. Once it's laminated, it's locked in forever.
Yeah,
then all you're going to get is like red pen through the things that don't exist anymore, or little bits of paper over the edges where the price has gone up from $11 to $11.50.
Yeah,
and they stick a bit of sticky tape over it or something, and then write a new price on. Yeah,
customers love that. They love knowing that the prices used to be cheap and they've gone up.
Yeah.
But also, I've never been to a fancy restaurant where they had pictures of the meals. Like it's always just words that I've never been able to understand. And so you're just saying, "I'll have the beef." Like you just.
What is Pico de Gallo anyway?
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm in two minds because if a cafe does change hands and they laminate a menu or something, at least they're trying to, they're showing you that they're all a part of it. But yeah, it's I've not seen it end well when that scenario is unfolded too. So it's an interesting one. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, so no to the laminated picture menus.
No.
It's a hard no.
Don't go there.
Got it. Hey, that's it, Richard. Listeners have been BCC'd on our week. And next week's show, we're going to ask, why do vacuum cleaners now have LCD screens? See you next week. Bravo, Charlie Club out.
And that's the pod.